Good year. Football goated Dolph, Michael Moses. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Okay, so look, welcome to the Great Debate Show. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube. The Great Debate Show is available on all social media platforms. Hit the like button, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and smash that bell so you'll be notified each and every time your favorite unk pops back up. And I'm your Uncle J. As always, I got something to say here on the Great Debate Show. And one of the greatest debates we've had over the past 6 months to a year has been, is the WWE falling off? Is the WWE, has they lost their touch? Will they ever bounce back? Some people tell me yes. Some people tell me it's never been anywhere. It's still doing good. It's in great shape to do good things, and bullshit. All of it's bullshit. And it's getting worse and worse. March the 1st will be 365 days since we've last seen The Rock, who everybody blamed for the bad booking, the bad creative. Why did he show up for Cena's heel turn? Why did he never come back? Blah, blah, blah. Well, 365 days later, it's still bad. And the WWE is worse now than it was when The Rock last shown up on WWE programming at the Elimination Chamber last year on March the 1st. We've got Elimination Chamber coming up this Saturday, and it looks pretty bad. The card looks terrible. It looks pretty predictable. And even the ones that are unpredictable, it doesn't, there's nothing left to sink our teeth in. Every show, Raw and SmackDown, it's the same thing every week. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Copy, paste, creative. It's just nothing to leave you on the edge of your seat, nothing to look forward to for the next week. And it's just so much safe booking. It's just boring. It's dull. These shows are not terribly bad, but they're not great at all either. It's just somewhere in between, and it sucks. And I told you all that I wanted to stop watching this months ago, but CM Punk became the World Heavyweight Champion by default when Seth Rollins got hurt, so I gave him a chance. They finally put the United States Championship on Carmelo Hayes, so I gave him a chance. Punk has done nothing with the title but go back and forth with Finn Balor, have a few matches that's not meaningful. Carmelo Hayes has done nothing but have open United States Open challenges. Same thing Dragunov did. No storyline, no dialogue, means nothing. Jade Cargill, she became the title, gave them a chance on that. She has no competition. I won't blame her, even though she's not as good as we would want her to be, but there's no competition. Bianca Belair's not coming back. Tiffany Stratton just came back. We don't want to see her against Tiffany Stratton anymore. Mi Shin and B-Fab were injured. They just got back. They'll probably throw her in a handicap match and she'll still squash those women. There's just no competition on SmackDown. None at all. And we knew Liv Morgan wasn't going to choose Jade for WrestleMania, so it's been boring. But I don't blame Jade 100% because even though she says the same 3 words every week, I'm that bitch, it's still catchy and people are starting to like it. It's just outside of Jordan Grace, there's been no competition. So that's why she's only defended it once. Stephanie Valkyrie's defended it a handful of times, but her run has sucked too. Like, come on, now she's been terrible. Julia, the Women's United States Champion, has been terrible. Everything about the WWE has been terrible. But I've been giving them a shot. Everything is just play it safe, play it safe, play it safe. And while we have all these young people as champions, they're doing nothing with them. And all the veterans who used to be overbooked and always winning all the titles, they're in the tag team division. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. What are we doing here? And make the tag team division meaningful while you're at it. And I don't know if they're really doing that either. So it just sucks all around. And you can't blame The Rock because Dwayne Johnson has not shown his face on WWE programming in nearly 365 days. So who's to blame now? As I said before, Triple H sucks. Rhea might be the only hope against Jade. I agree with it, LE. Where else do you go if you're not going Charlotte? You got to go Rhea. Whoever it is, I hope it's Charlotte because I know Charlotte will put Jade over. Jade can't lose to either one of these women right now. She just can't. She just seems too dominant. And if she's that bitch, then she can't lose just yet. Save that for Bianca Belair if she can come back within the next 6 months, maybe SummerSlam. I would say that Rhea should put Jade over. She owes her that. Why not? It's been done for her, so it's time for Rhea to do it for her. I mean, Rhea Ripley is putting Io Sky over about 3 times, at least, right? So why can't she put Jade over? If she can't beat Io, how can she beat Jade? Somebody who's just as big and strong and powerful as she. I don't know where they're going with that, though, to be honest with you. They still may not do Rhea. What if Raquel Rodriguez wins this and she goes after Jade and she actually takes the title from Jade and Liv and Raquel are champions? I don't know where they're going with this. I really don't get it. But the main issue today is that the vision is cursed. After all those things I said, they still had some hope if they could have gotten Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker for WrestleMania, and that couldn't happen because Seth Rollins was pushing to come back, and we don't know if he would have or not, and then Braun Breaker got himself hurt, and he had to have hernia surgery, and last night, Bronson Reed was supposed to win that Elimination Chamber match, we all know that, and he tore his damn bicep, and he's going to be out for at least 6 months. 6 months. This, you literally can't make this up. I mean, like, if he's really injured, and I think he is, I don't think that this is just... Somebody texted me last night that the WWE just don't have any clue what to do with the Vision, so they're faking injuries to get them all off of television, and there will be a great excuse as to why they did nothing with them, why they failed. They may hit the reset button, and they may just act like the Vision never existed. Now, that makes some sense. However, I don't believe it. I think that these people really may be injured. And because, I mean, I think Bronson Reed was supposed to win. Chris, RN, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Good afternoon to you. No AEW love. DJ Lupe, you know what? I'm about to start giving them some love, even though I really don't like it. Anything has to be better than what I've been watching in the WWE. So I'm going to start giving AEW a chance. I asked you all a week ago, what do y'all want me to talk about more? Should I stick with just football? Should I try to do football and basketball? Should I stick with just wrestling? Because it's always a lot to talk about doing wrestling every day, whether it's good or bad. Or should I try to cover everything as I've been doing for the past year? And I'm telling you, it's not easy, and it's almost impossible for me to debate everything currently. Now, I can debate a lot of good stuff from the past. Like, who's your top 5? What's your top 5 finisher of all time in wrestling? Who's your top 10 wrestlers of all time? I can debate things like that all day long because it's not just currently. But I want you all to tell me, what would you like me, Uncle JJ, host of the Great Debate Show, to debate or talk about more of? A lot of people love the insight that I have on sports. I love football. I love boxing, even though boxing isn't shit anymore. Floyd Mayweather says he's coming out of retirement. I don't give a damn. He's fighting Pacquiao in September. I still don't give a damn. He's fighting in an exhibition match in April in Congo against Mike Tyson, one of my favorites of all time, and I still don't give a damn. So sometimes it's just like you like certain sports, but there's nothing to talk about. I love boxing. I love wrestling. I love UFC. I love everything in a ring or an octagon, but it's just hard to talk about it right now. And speaking of football, the Browns are saying that they're open to trading their number 6 pick in the draft, but they're also not ruling out picking a quarterback in the draft. Oh, those Cleveland Browns, the most weirdest, undecided, can't figure anything out teams in all of football, in all of sports. Okay, talk more Niners? I don't have a problem with doing that. That's another thing I should have said. Should I just talk Niners? They've got enough drama going on too to, put out content every time, every day. I just don't like to make it just that because I've got a lot of other fans out here in the audience that like to listen to me for being non-biased, unbiased, and I have great opinions on their favorite teams as well. So, boxing is getting better? I beg to differ. Where? Please point me into the direction because I don't see it, especially with Terrence Crawford retiring. Let me go over here to YouTube, man. I got a few comments that I've missed out on. There's my guy, man, King Mikey. I can always count on him to be here no matter what I talk about. Thank you, Mikey. Hope you're doing well, Unc. I am. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the Great Debate Show on all social media platforms. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. So King Mikey says that Bronson Reed was definitely supposed to get the win. I think he was definitely hurt because they stopped showing him on the camera. Yep, they did. Unfortunate situation. The Vision is officially cursed. They just gotta be. And now I think that everybody is missing out now. You've got Logan Paul and Austin Theory as the only 2 members left for the Vision, and they absolutely have nothing planned for them in WrestleMania, I'm sure. unless they're going to be in some tag team match against Bad Bunny and somebody. I mean, what can you do with them now? What can you do? Or maybe put them in a match against LA Knight and somebody else. But LA Knight's biggest, adversaries were the people who are now on the shelf. Shanae Parker is in the building on YouTube, says, you can do everything that you want. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. But it's hard to try to do everything. But I do kind of like to do everything. It's just so hard to keep up with right now. This show will be 3 hours if I tried to catch up on everything that's happened from the weekend to now. But thank you again for that comment, Shanae. You're absolutely right. Fam Bow Podcast says, number 1, Ric Flair. Number 2, Hulk Hogan. Number 3, Stone Cold. Steve Austin. 4, Undertaker and The Rock. That's your Mount Rushmore? Not bad. Fam Bow Podcast also says boxing is horrible now. I agree. What's up, Tip Top Health? That's a good name. I hope you're in Tip Top Health as well. They're saying hi. Hello to everybody on YouTube, TikTok. I'm live. This is the Great Debate Show. I'm your favorite Uncle JJ, and as always, I got something to say. Steel Dre says, I'm behind the mask in the WWE. Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet either. I think we were going to find out this Saturday at Elimination Chamber, but how are we going to find out now? Because now that Bronson Reed is hurt, the masked man was going to come curve stomp Bronson Reed in that chamber match. He was going to get involved. He was going to be the reason why Bronson Reed wasn't going to win. But now he's hurt, and we got to live with Jey Uso again. Of all people, yeah, that's him, that brother right there behind me on this calendar, my WWE calendar. He's the month of February. I'm glad the month of February is almost over. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of Jey Uso fatigue. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of Uso Fatu Samoan fatigue. It just seems like there's just too many of them, and people are kind of getting drained by it, and then they're not really doing much with them. As much as people love the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, there are some people that are getting frustrated with that and his part-time action, and it's just getting old. You can only come back and return so many times. And after coming back and returning for the 333rd time, that gets old. CM Punk pointed that out last night on Raw. Even his promo, which is always good, that seemed a bit cringed. Everything just seemed off last night on Raw. Everything. I heard they were working with a skeleton crew. Some people couldn't make it because of the snowstorm that's going on in the Northeast. I hope everybody's doing well. If I've got any viewers out there watching or listening, thank you for being here. But I hope you're safe, warm, and got power and all of that. So they got a lot going on in the Northeast. Elimination Chamber is in Chicago, and Bronson Reed is not in it. So the Elimination Chamber now is Randy Orton, LA Knight, Jey Uso now, unfortunately, Javon Evans, my guy Trick Williams, and Cody Rhodes. How could I forget him? It kind of seems predictable that Cody's going to win. They're probably going to be safe as always and let Cody win. It's very predictable though. And if they want to be unpredictable, I've been telling y'all for weeks now, I would give it to Randy Orton. Somehow, some way, Drew McIntyre gets into that chamber and he's going to, screw over somebody. He'll probably try to make sure that, Cody and Orton loses, because Fatu's not in the chamber, but Orton and Cody is. And Friday night on SmackDown, he interfered with Orton's match against Aleister Black, and he took a pin to Aleister Black. Now, I don't have a problem with that, but it's just that what was his reason? There's no explanation as to why he interfered in Orton's match. This tells you everything we need to know. I was right. What I said a few weeks ago, they're going to probably run a fatal four-way. Hell, I'm even hearing they may do a six-pack challenge where it's going to be probably 5 or 6 people in this World Heavyweight title match against Drew McIntyre. But I'm saying it's McIntyre versus Cody versus Fatu versus Orton. I think by him interfering with Orton's match, that pretty much does it for me. And somehow you got to let Orton win this match. It's too easy and predictable to give it to Cody. Cody will work his way back into the championship. Let him keep chasing a little bit. Everybody seems to like that better. And I think that Orton, if he wins the chamber, I don't know if you put the title on him or not at WrestleMania, but let it be Orton winning the chamber. But because Cody got screwed due to McIntyre interfering, Cody's got his right to still be at, getting the title shot at Mania. Fatu is still in the middle of who the hell attacked me, which we need to find out and get to the bottom of. Maybe McIntyre's reason for attacking Orton at the match is because he's already seen the footage and he knows. Maybe he'll be the one who will dry snitch on everybody and say Orton is the one who did that to Jacob Fatu. And now you just got all of this shit between all the four of them, and they've got their right to be in that chamber. To be in the WrestleMania match, to maybe headline WrestleMania Night 1. But in order for Orton to be involved, I think he needs this win. So let Orton win that chamber match, and then we'll debate who's going to win it at WrestleMania from there. But it can't be McIntyre versus Cody one-on-one. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be Cody Rhodes, McIntyre, and Fatu. I think you throw Orton in there, and there's your fatal four-way. Okay, now to the women's Elimination Chamber, you got, again, surprisingly, people thought that Io Sky would win. I didn't think she would. For whatever reason, they wanted Alexa Bliss in, but not Rhea Ripley. Not Charlotte Flair. And they wanted Rhea Ripley in and not her tag team partner, Io Sky. So Io Sky lost. And we've got the win from Raquel Rodriguez last night, and she's going in. Now, what does this mean for the women's chamber? This one is really unpredictable. This one is kind of unpredictable because the winner is going to face Jade. And right now, nobody knows who that's going to be. We would like for it to have been Charlotte. And now Charlotte didn't even, she didn't win her qualifying match. And now Rhea Ripley is the only person that looks like she has the best chance to give Jade a good match and good competition. I think that Rhea probably does win, even though I'm sick of her. I think she's overbooked. She can't cut a good promo either. Everybody talks about Jade and, Stephanie Valkyrie, who can't speak good English. And, these people can't cut good promos. But Rhea Ripley can talk, and she doesn't really say much of anything. She's pretty much a catchphrase, a walking catchphrase every week, too. Like the female version of Jacob Fatu. But he's getting better. She doesn't say much. Mommy's on top, me and Rio, then they get interrupted, and boom, we're going to have a match. They love her. She's hella over, but and I like her too. She's good people, I think. I think she's even better off the camera from what I've heard. But let Rhea win this and let her put Jade over. That's what I say. There's no story with it, though. But you got time to do it because we're still like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, away from WrestleMania. So it can be done. And I just can't see Alexa winning. Nobody's going to take her serious against Jade. Raquel Rodriguez, again, it could happen, but she's Raw. I don't really think they're going to do that. Who else is in that thing? Alexa, Rhea, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany just can't win that again. She just can't. Man, if they do that again, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm going to go grab my 9mm. I'm going to put it right here. Just pull the trigger. Blow my brains out. Charlotte versus Jade should be the match. I agree, but I don't know how they can do that now. They didn't let Charlotte win the qualifying match Friday. They let Kiana James win it. And I want to say this, though. Even though I think Charlotte was the way to go, because I know she would put Jade over and it would be a good match. We could get that one out of the way. Bianca was the plan, knowing she can't come back. She's still pretty messed up. I saw a picture of her hand and her knuckles that she broke and the surgery that she had to require for a second time. It looks pretty bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I've never seen a nastier hand in my life. It's disgusting. And so if you've seen it, or if you hadn't seen it, don't try to look at it. Jey Uso is from San Francisco. I know that. I'm still sick of him. Yeah, they had them face off for no reason. I don't know why. Yeah, 100% right. Yeah, Rob Lee Stick. Rob, I don't know what they're doing. It's like they do stuff. Triple H puts stuff out there, throws it on the wall, see if it'll stick. And then if it does, he still goes away from it. Like why have Charlotte and Jade have these little confrontations, these run-ins, but you're not going to let her win the thing? Now, I'm cool with Kiana James winning. She is underrated. She's got underrated strength. I think she's doing all right with her promos. She's doing a good job as being a heel manager for Julia. I like her better than Julia. I mean, she's got amazing underrated strength. But what she did with Nia Jax, how she got her up, and I mean, she did it with ease. That was nice. That was very John Cena-like. So I'm okay with Kiana James winning that match, just like I was okay with Javon Evans and Trick Williams, surprisingly, winning their qualifying matches. Yeah, out with the old, in with the new. But I think they're probably only doing it because the predictable people are going to win. Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes. It's probably how it's going to be. But I would let Orton win that. And as far as the women go, I don't know. Maybe there's a way, Raquel Rodriguez wins, but somehow screws over Rhea Ripley, and we get a triple threat. Somehow Rhea works her way back into the match, and that way we get a triple threat, Rhea, Raquel, and Jade. Or maybe the chamber ends in some type of way to where two other women still should deserve to be in it, and we get another fatal four-way. I don't know. No, that hurts Jay's chances. But then again, it also, a lot of times, when heels are in these triple threat fatal four-way matches, the cards are stacked against them, and you think that they actually have no chance of retaining their title, and then somehow they do. So, I don't know, man. I'm confused with that. I don't know. I think they are too. But now, what happens to the Vision, y'all? After Bronson Reed got hurt, is this the end of the Vision? Do they need to just put this in the grave, shovel the dirt on it, and just call it a day? Because I can announce when the funeral services will be. I can make the arrangements. I'll do the eulogy. It's over with. This is crazy. Seth Rollins faked an injury a little less than a year ago, and now look at how everybody's getting injured for real in the Vision. You talk about karma. Yes, the 49ers need to rebuild the trenches. They last the longest, and they're the most important. Correct. Because they have Logan trying to cut hot promos, but he's bad on the mic. Logan is up and down on the mic. It just depends on the crowd and what they want to do with him. I think they should just let him be him more than trying to cut a promo, and then it's a little bit of him cutting a promo or writing some stuff for him, and then he tries to kind of be him too with it. It's just not working out. I agree. They need to give the Vision up. Good comment, Birds, old world. Sonic the Hedge. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing? Back to YouTube over here. Jay Uso from San Fran. Damn, I only know Cody and Randy. It's been a while. Tip Top Health. Yeah. But the way the WWE works, those are the only two that have a chance to win, too. More than likely. They wouldn't dare give it to anybody else in that chamber. Jake, what's up, man? How you been? He said, hey, do you know the latest word on George from the Cowboys? No. Oh, Pickens? Yeah, they're going to tag him. Of course they're going to tag him. Bang, bang, Niner gang. What's up to Max Ryder, 34? I ain't been a Seth Rollins fan since The Shield. I got you. I wasn't even a fan of The Shield, to be honest with you. Let me tell you something. The Vision is the baddest group. The Vision probably around right now. Keep them together. Wow, really? Kelvin Reed, thank you for the comment. It ain't working out for him right now, man. I don't know. Okay, let's get to this one last thing before I wrap up the wrestling, because we got to get to some of these players that are getting tagged in the NFL and the Spurs. Do you all agree with me now that Wemby's the best player in the world and the Spurs are the best team in the NBA? I've been asking you this since the season started. Like after the first 2 weeks of the season, everybody's been saying, nope. Yeah, well, they've been burning everybody's ass up. They've been beating the Thunder 4 out of 5 times. They had a big win against the Pistons last night. So we got to talk about the Spurs in a moment. But first, did y'all see what Brock Lesnar did last night? This man showed up and flew out to Atlanta just to not say a word, to get Paul Heyman who's still with him. They probably should just let that just be as that is. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar again. He needs to just let the Vision go. Everybody's on injured reserve right now. The Vision are like the San Francisco 49ers in the regular season. Banged up. A banged up Niner gang. Oh, my God. But back to Brock Lesnar. Everybody's been wondering who he's going to fight at WrestleMania. There were rumors months ago that it would be Brock Lesnar and Gunther. Then they switched it up and started saying, we're hearing now LA Knight and Brock Lesnar. But this dude comes out last night, still looking like a beast, of course. We've already been hearing from people like Matt Riddle, who have been saying things on podcasts about how producers are scared of him. They're intimidated by him. He just comes in, shows up and says, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I'm going to put over. This is who I'm not going to put over. You're going to do business for me, and this is how it's going to be the end. And he goes out there and he does it. So this is probably just Brock Lesnar booking, according to Matt Riddle and others. Now, that's Matt Riddle, so you can take that with a grain of salt. But come on now. Do you really not believe that Brock Lesnar doesn't bully people around and just tell producers what it's going to be and tell wrestlers this is what we're going to do and that's it, the end? For the most part, probably so. So I'm going to say this. Why would he show up, not say nothing? Paul Heyman says something about an open challenge at WrestleMania. What does he have all those March dates for if there's going to just be an open challenge at WrestleMania? What about that big soul brother that comes out there, man? He's a Terminator. You talking about Obafemi? I would like to see Royce Keys. Obafemi is a name that they started chanting as soon as he said he would do the open challenge for WrestleMania. What is he going to do every week, though, on these March dates that he's going to be showing up? He's booked just to show up and say, nobody's going to show up, huh? That's what I thought. I'm gone. Do-doom, doom, do-doom, doom, do-doom. I mean, what are we here for? Is he just going to show up every week to see if somebody's going to, step up to the plate? And then nobody will. You're awesome bitches. And then he leaves. The end. Is this what we're going to get every week? Or is somebody about to answer his challenge now and we're going to get a story between those two? And that's why he's booked in all through March. Is it the person in the crate? Is that going to be Brock Lesnar's challenger? I don't know what they're doing here. But this is the best you came up with. All this time Brock Lesnar has been gone again. He comes back just to say, who want to fight me at WrestleMania? And it's hard to say stuff like that unless it's somebody big, somebody huge, like a mega star. And I ain't talking LA Knight. And whoever it is, he's probably going to squash him. And it's like, all that for nothing. What are we doing? Yes, until Oba's beats Rusev. Vertigo won. Yeah, Oba definitely can't take a loss right now. So I think he will fight Rusev. They'll get this. Are they fighting next week? Did he announce that they were going to do it or what? They've been teasing that in the back. And they've got time to hurry up and have a match or two and then boom, let's get to Brock Lesnar. They could do that, but I don't want to see Oba lose. And I don't really know if Brock Lesnar's going to lose at WrestleMania after doing an open challenge. The WWE should have Lesnar interrupt Gunther to set up their feud. I thought he was going to do that last night when he was talking shit about AJ Styles. Like, how dare you disrespect that man? Nobody disrespects people or whatever like that but me. You want to retire somebody? This is going to be my last year wrestling. Retire me, bitch. There you go. But they're busy having Gunther, getting attacked by Dragon Lee every other week. I don't really like what they're doing here, y'all. Y'all told me that the wrestling is okay. Just be patient. Keep watching. Keep talking about it, Unc. We love you. Well, I appreciate that, but I don't like what I'm seeing. This is terrible content. I'm watching AEW tomorrow night. Does anybody want me to watch AEW and start doing weekly reviews on AEW Dynamite? I mean, I really hate that I can't believe I'm saying this. But if WWE is this bad, AEW Dynamite can't be much worse. At least they got Swerve Strickland. Is the Hurt Syndicate still there? Maybe I'll start back singing "We Hurt People." We hurt people. I fuck with MJF. I've always fucked with MJF. It's been a bad product. And they just have matches, and they don't really do a lot of stories either. But some people tell me that they're doing more stories than the WWE now. I need dialogue. So let me know in the comments if you want me to go back to start watching AEW and start reviewing Dynamite on Wednesday nights, because I will do it. I will do it. I'm trying to figure out right now what I want to do, because I try to do everything, and it's almost impossible to talk about everything as I'm trying to do right now. Jericho did that 2 years ago, showing up and not saying nothing. Damn, for real? That's AEW then. I'd rather keep Brock over Joe. Who is Joe? Oh, Joe Burrow. I want Joe Burrow on the 49ers. I watched the Rams do it. Damn, okay, we got some good comments here coming in. Hold on. Where did this shit come from? My foster brother is Titus O'Neil. Are you serious? I call him that ish. Where is Titus O'Neil? I saw him in the gym one day, about 10 years ago. Yeah, good people. Thank you for the comment, Max and Tile Rob, Bang Niner Gang. MB said he wants Joe Burrow on the 49ers. I would love that too. Or the Rams. Or watch the Rams do it. I'd rather keep Brock over Joe. I wouldn't. You would rather have Brock Purdy than Joe Burrow? I know Burrow gets hurt, but that's on that team. They don't protect him. Oh, I definitely would take Joe Burrow any day over Brock Purdy, but none of that's going to happen anyway. Jericho did that 2 years ago. I read that already. WWE has no idea what they are doing creatively. I like this. They are literally throwing shit to a wall, hoping it sticks and feels that way. Yes, that is correct, Nicholas. I agree with you wholeheartedly. MB says Burrow injury prone, but we got a better O-line and organization. I agree with that too. Kinda. Anything's better than the Bengals though, right? Man, Vertigo said facts. I think Vertigo is responding to what Nicholas said. The WWE doesn't have an idea what they're doing, y'all. It's getting so bad. I'm watching AEW. I'm going to ask you again. Do you want me to watch AEW Wednesday night and start doing reviews? I will. I don't know who's who. I don't really keep up with everything and everybody anymore, but I'm still familiar with Hangman, Adam Page, Orange Cassidy, Swerve. I know some of these people. Omega. AEW was my best wrestling promotion from 2019 to 2022. I'm not going to lie. I left because it got pretty damn bad. And I got tired of people coming in from other promotions and I don't know who the hell they are or why they're here. Just because somebody on Twitter said that's a dream match. I wonder if Oba or Royce challenges Lesnar in Vegas. Jesse Lessie. One of those should be the people to do it. Hell, both of them. I wouldn't be mad at that. There'd be a lot of beef in the ring. But I don't know. I mean, it won't be Royce. He hadn't even done anything yet. Like, could he be open to the challenge? He could accept the challenge, but I don't know. I'm hearing that they're just waiting right now on what they're going to do with him because they've had to switch up so many stories and feuds, angles or whatever for WrestleMania. So I don't know. We'll see. But y'all, Jey Uso was not supposed to win last night. We know that. Bronson Reed was supposed to win. He tore his bicep. He's out for at least 6 months. Now with no Bronson Reed, no Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins trying to get back, but come back for what now? What is left for the Vision to do at WrestleMania? And now how do you replace any of that? How do you replace that? What do you replace it with? Bobby Lashley is hurt. He's going to be out for a while, so you might just want to don't watch that either. Damn. Well, there goes so much for the hurt people. But what is Shelton Benjamin? What is he doing? Is he just out just because Bobby Lashley's injured or what? They will end up putting the tag belts on Logan and The Theory. They should have been done that. They should have done that to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. They should have been, because it's like, when are you going to put some gold on these people? Like, they don't seem to be as dominating force as we thought that they would be. They didn't win a lot of matches. This has just been pretty bad. He's doing singles competition. He's still wrestling. Okay, cool. Swerve is on a heel turn. I like Swerve as a heel. But I don't think he'll be a champion as a heel, though. I'll try it out, man. That's all I can say. I'll try to try it out. I guess it sounds like wrestling is just bad all around as a whole. TNA is on television now. Maybe I'll check them out on Thursday. Niners Empire, baby. Traveling 49er Queen. Thank you for the comment. Thank you. Hey, nice pick. Okay, Jason Croissant. How you doing, brother? Okay. Thank y'all for liking this live. And thank y'all for the gift of badges. The likes and sharing these live streams encourages more viewers to watch, and it helps me out with the algorithm. Okay, I'm going to quickly go to the NBA. The Spurs look like the best team in the NBA right now. And if you don't agree, then you must not be watching. Victor Wembanyama is leading his team. Vassell and all these guys are shooting threes. They're defending. They're playing good ball right now. And I didn't even mention De'Aaron Fox. This is a good basketball team that I've been saying for 3-4 months now. Watch out for the Spurs. Watch out for the Spurs. Wemby's healthy. Wemby's back. Is he the best player in the world? He looks like he is. And everybody has been just disputing that. Like, what do you think now? We're almost coming into March in a few days, and the Spurs look like the best. They had a great win over the Pistons last night, who looked like the best in the East after they dominated the Knicks. 9 straight wins for San Antonio. Good coaching, good team. Everybody's just sharing the ball. There's no like, this is my team. I'm the one who takes over. Wemby seems like a leader, a team player. I mean, I think that this team is for real. And they've already got the Thunder's number. And this is one team that the Thunder do not want to see in the playoffs if they want to go back-to-back. And then in the East, the Knicks, as much as people think they'll get to the finals, I predicted they would too this year. They can't run into the Pistons in a 7-game series. So Spurs and Pistons, last night was probably a NBA Finals preview, but the Spurs won it, and I think that that's exactly how it would go if they played in the finals. Spurs in 6. And I'm starting to think more and more that that's how it's going to play out. And I know the West is a little tougher, because the Spurs got the Rockets and the Lakers, and then you've got if the Warriors can get in, and of course you've got the juggernauts, the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, and of course OKC. But I'm telling you, the Spurs can beat any of them, and they've got the depth, and they've got Wemby doesn't even play a lot of minutes. I can tell you that now. Like, if he played more minutes, I think that they would probably dominate. They would probably blow a lot of teams out by 20+ on a nightly basis. Here's one from Max. He said the Spurs are the best team. Spurs, Knicks, finals. I don't know if the Knicks will get there, but if they do, it really would take us back to, what was that, 99? NBC, they're back on NBC. You may be on to something there, Max. I'm not opposed to it now. I love to see the Knicks in the finals. I predicted them to get there, but I said those Pistons are going to be a team that's going to come up, and they're going to be probably a year ahead of time. I saw it last year, and Cade Cunningham has been balling. Now, do they have a secondary scorer? That's the one thing that they're missing. And if they can get isolated and people can try to force Cade Cunningham to be the only scorer, and he has to do it all, then they could be in some trouble. But I still think they're better than the Knicks in a 7-game series, better than the Cavs in a 7-game series. Too much pressure is on the Cavs to do it. And y'all can't believe that James Harden is going to still be playing when we get to May or June. You just can't believe that. I mean, after Mother's Day, this is usually when James Harden checks out. So as good as that roster looks on paper, I'm not riding with the Cavs to do much. They'll be entertaining, but they're not going to be around long. Round 2, semifinal round, that's when they'll probably make their exit. If they're not upset again in the first round like they were last year. All right, that's pretty much it. I don't want to be on basketball too long. I think the Spurs are the best. Max agrees with me on that. Don't forget the Boston Celtics. They play good without Jason Tatum. They're going to be there. Oh, I haven't forgot about the Celtics, but I don't know if the Celtics are still good enough to get past the Pistons in a 7-game series, or the Knicks in 7 games. But yeah, I see what Jaylen Brown is doing. I see what Pritchard is doing over there. They put a good whooping on the Lakers on Saturday or Sunday night. No surprise to me at all. The Celtics are number 2 in the Eastern Conference, and they are playing good without Jason Tatum. And I think Tatum should not come back and mess up their routine. A lot of people think that if Tatum returns, the Celtics are probably going to make the finals. I think that if anything, he'll mess up what they're doing, their chemistry, their rotation. Pritchard doing nice coming off the bench. Leave it like that. And then they got one of the best coaches in Missoula, and the Celtics. I'm not forgetting about them at all, but I'm still saying Knicks or Pistons. Knicks or Pistons in the NBA Finals out of the East. But I'm not opposed to the Celtics either. Y'all, the Lakers finally played with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves for the 11th time this season only. They hadn't played together much. And they did not play good against the Celtics, but for the most part, they haven't been bad. So the Lakers are not out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Western Conference, outside of the number 1 seed Thunder and the number 2 seed Spurs, I would say that you've got the seeds anywhere from like 3, 4, all the way down to 8. It's only like 2, 3 games of a separation. I mean, the Lakers are in the 5th seed right now, but they're still only like a game and a half, 2 games behind the number 3 Nuggets. The Timberwolves as well. It's very, very tight from like 3, 4 to 8, 4 to 6. The Rockets, all of this stuff is real tight. So who looks like they're number 6 right now, in a week, one good week, they could be number 3. So it's very, and the Nuggets had a very, very, very bad loss, in my opinion, to the, who did the Nuggets lose to the other day? Sunday, they lost, even though Jokic had a great game. He had a triple-double. But they lost to the Warriors on the road. That was a tough loss for them. The Warriors bounced back, had a great fourth quarter, outscored them like 30-something to 19. That was bad for the Nuggets, I thought. Everybody thinks that the Nuggets are going to be this team that's going to make it to the conference finals again. They could. They're a little deeper than they were last year, but I don't know. Jamal Murray's health is always going to be the reason to what's going to happen with the Nuggets. We know Jokic is going to bring it. He's still one of the best players in the world, but I think Wemby is taking that title away from him. I'm going Spurs Pistons or Spurs Knicks in the finals. The Celtics are good. They are, but I don't know how many rounds they'll win without Tatum, though. They are playing good without him, but I don't know how many rounds they can win. All right. In my Vin Scully voice, it's almost time for the Dodgers baseball. I'm ready for that. And we better enjoy this baseball season too, Steel Dre, because baseball may be going into a lockout after the 2026 season. We could have a 2027 lockout. It's a lot of drama going on that. I need to do a little bit more research, though, before I get back to talking about it. Yes, he needs to stay out and let the Celtics finish what they started, come back next year. Good stuff, Kelvin Reed. Good comments. Good comments. I honestly think New York would pull through in the playoffs versus Detroit, says Mikey. He also says, go Spurs. How are you, bro? I'm good. Crazy cousin from Florida. How you doing, brother? I'm good. Dolphins, says Swerve Gorilla. Good comments here. If Obafemi chooses SmackDown, make him and Williams tag team champions? No. Nah, he doesn't need to be in the tag team division right now. And I want to see Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes run it back. Put the United States title on Trick Williams. I like Carmelo, but Trick just came in and just blew over. He didn't just put the rocket on his back because he didn't tuck over. He's over more than anybody. Anybody in the WWE. Like even more than Cody and Orton and everybody. So do something with Trick. Whoop that Trick. Finn Balor gonna win? I don't think so, but I wouldn't be mad. He's not. You're right, he's not. Jaden Gardner. Healthy Thunder, better than everyone. Oh, that's one thing I needed to say. Vertigo said something there. That's facts. The Thunder are learning how to win without SGA and Jalen Williams, so that's always a good thing, and it's a bad sign for the rest of the league. However, they've been healthy, and they still can't beat the Spurs. Let's not forget that. They've lost 4 out of 5, and that ain't no coincidence, and that ain't no accident. The Spurs are their kryptonite, and the only way the Thunder go back-to-back, and I said Thunder Knicks. I said that back in October. But I don't know if the Thunder can get there now because they can't see the Spurs. And I don't know how they're going to avoid the Spurs. So even though I said Thunder Knicks, it's starting to look more like Spurs Pistons. Those are the best. For me, anyway. How do you say yes in Spanish? See? Where do you get the custom Niner gaming chair? Oh, thank you, man. I got this from Amazon. Denver beats the Spurs. Thunder beats Denver. Okay, Vertigo. Okay, doing a little fantasy book in here. Do you think Denver can beat the Spurs? I don't remember how those matchups have went, but that's definitely something that could happen, and that's what the Thunder would need to happen. And that's exactly how it would go down, too, and that would get the Thunder back in. The Thunder would beat the Denver Nuggets, but they won't beat the Spurs. But he says Denver will beat the Spurs, and then the Thunder will beat the Nuggets. That's something. Hawks. Go Hawks. Congratulations to the Hawks, Super Bowl champions. What's your thought on the Detroit Pistons and the look down the road for the season? I like Detroit, and I'm happy for the city of Detroit. I like Cade Cunningham. I've been telling people to watch out for him for 2 years, and now he's turning into MVP form. KD says the West is stacked from the 1 to 4 seeds. Correct. You think Jason Tatum going to come back? I don't think he should, but he probably will. Okay. Y'all, I guess that's enough for me, man. Let's get to some NFL stuff real quick. The people who are going to get tagged, Kyle Pitts. I know. Boing, 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 boing. It just is a downer because this is somebody that we all kind of want if we don't have a good tight end already. George Kittle was going to be out for some of the season. Maybe. He says he won't, but I don't see how he won't be or how he'll be able to come back. So as a Niner fan, I wanted Kyle Pitts. But a lot of teams could use him. A lot of teams. And it seems that the Falcons are like, cancel that plan because they plan on tagging Kyle Pitts. The tight end could play a 1-year, $15 million contract if a long-term deal isn't reached. That news came out yesterday by Ian Rappaport. And this is what I hate about the tag and stuff. The players have to stop signing these CBAs because, I would love for Kyle Pitts to be a free agent right now, unrestricted. The Chiefs are keeping tabs on Tyreek Hill and his return from injury. The Chiefs are expected to monitor the free agent and his ACL tear recovery. The Miami Heat and the Sacramento Kings both wanted Ja Morant. The teams did show interest at the deadline. I don't know why that even matters because they didn't do anything. I guess you could just look out for them maybe in the offseason to still try to make a trade. Who else is getting tagged? I don't know, but I know Kirk Cousins is going to get released by March 11th. So he's going to be free to sign with the Vikings or whoever as the Atlanta Falcons are letting him go. I don't know who the Falcons are going to have at quarterback. Are they going to roll with Michael Penix Jr.? Are they going to draft somebody? Or are they going to bring somebody else in? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I forgot to congratulate Clarissa Shields, who beat Franchine Cruz Dezern in a unanimous decision on Sunday night. She improved to 18-0. And look, man, some people are calling her the greatest of women of all time in boxing. Some people say she ain't fought nobody. I don't really know. It's somewhere in between. I wish she would fight Layla Ali, the real GOAT, but she hasn't and she won't. And she won't move down into the weight classes that she needs to move down to fight better competition. So she's kind of getting like Floyd Mayweather. It's like, I don't think she's ducking anybody, but if you won't move down into the certain weight challenge, nobody's going to respect you for beating up a bunch of people that they don't think is that good in her class. Speaking of boxing, Mayweather's on retiring. He's going to fight Pacquiao in September. He's fighting Mike Tyson in an exhibition in April. That fight will be in Congo. I could care less. But some people tell me I'm missing out on boxing. It's good again, and I don't see it. Okay. What else am I looking at? The NFL rule changes. Could be an update on it. The competition committee doesn't foresee many changes as the game is in a good place in the NFL. Well, that's not true. I saw something else the other day saying that they were going to change something. I don't know. OKC beat the Cavs and ended their win streak. Yeah, that was a good game. That was another thing I wanted to say about the Cavs. You can't beat an OKC team without SGA and Jay Will. That's not a good look, Cleveland. This is why I don't have any faith in the Cavs. Anybody that gets James Harden, I look for him to check out, when it matters the most. After the first round of the playoffs, sorry about that. Yeah, Pitts would be nice. I agree, Rob. Um, Nobody wants to see that because their first fight was trash. Thank you, Kelvin. I'm not going to even cover that stuff, man. I'm just doing my little independent journalism, just reporting it, but I'm not going to watch it. Even Conor McGregor says he wants to come back. He's teasing his next fight. He says he's possibly facing a no name in a deleted social media post. We know Ronda Rousey is returning. Everything from the teens is starting to come back. You know, everybody who was kind of running the octagon and the boxing ring in the 14, 15, 2016s, Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, these are the two that got me back into UFC. They're trying to make comebacks. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, these people were the shit over a decade ago in boxing, whether you like them or not. They were good for boxing and they brought the money in. They were a big, huge draw. And now they're coming back. It's just like we're past that time. We don't want to see that anymore. We need young talent. And Shakur Stevenson whooped Teofimo Lopez. That was good. But I think he got his stuff, his title stripped too because of some sanctioning fees. Same thing that Terrence Crawford went through. Garcia, did he have a match too here recently? I don't know. WrestleMania, WWE and Allegiant Stadium had a 25% off sale for WrestleMania 42. And the tickets appears to have been ineffective. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that I've said about the wrestling and the WWE, the booking, the lack of creative, this is the reason why they're having a hard time selling tickets. This is the reason why. Because it's that bad. It's just that bad. All right, am I missing anything? I don't think so, other than me telling you the WWE business model is laughable. We're going to create any new, they're not going to create any new superstars because they don't want the new talent to outshine the business. Yet the only reason why the WWE ever became mainstream in the first place is because they had superstars. Without Hulk Hogan, and you know, there wouldn't be any other discussions. There wouldn't be a Stone Cold or The Rock, Kurt Angle, Edge, CM Punk, Undertaker, whoever else that I mentioned, Bret Hart that I missed, Shawn Michaels. You wouldn't have any of those stars. The point that I'm trying to make is without superstars that are bigger than the business, there is no business. And right now, I can name you maybe two people on the card that stand out in the WWE. Oba, Femi, and Trick Williams. Two people that I've been saying should have been on the main roster over a year ago. And they finally pulled the trigger. And now look at the response he gets every time he comes out. Whoop that trick. Vertigo 1 says, good live show, bro. Always entertaining and informative. Thank you, brother. It's comments like that make me keep going. Because sometimes I kind of lose the passion for it because, you know, this is a very, very, very slow growing channel here on this podcast. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Help a brother out. Trying to hit that 5,000 in TikTok. Getting close. But y'all got to follow and y'all got to subscribe. Okay, y'all, that's pretty much all I had to say. The ticket prices are ridiculous for WrestleMania. I know New Orleans is laughing their asses off right about now. All right, we had a lot of talk about the Pistons, a lot of talk about the Spurs. We got a few time. When I come back, I want to talk about mock drafts, NFL draft, and free agency. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia dominated Mario Barrios to capture his first major world title. Yeah, that's right. And he said that he's going to fight Devin Haney again, and it's going to be worse this time than it was the last time. And I just think to myself, he's must going to be on that juice again. Because wasn't he on the juice the last time they fought? Anyway, just not really a fan of Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney, to be honest with you. But he captured his first WBC welterweight gold in a statement win against Mario Barrios. And that happened over the weekend as well. College basketball, AJ Dabinasta, or is that how you say it, Dabinasta? He's fired up. He fired up the crowd with the Showtime Slam as his team. Number 23 BYU took down number 6 Iowa State. That happened over the weekend. Cameron Boozer dropped 18 as the number 3 Duke handed Michigan their second loss of the season in a potential Final Four preview. That was a good game that happened over the weekend. So college hoops has been balling. Brees Hall is going to get tagged. The Jets just dropped some news, and they're weighing it. We thought he was going to be a free agent. That's somebody that y'all probably would like to sign, but you're not going to get to because Brees could receive a transition tag around $11.7 million or a long-term deal. Arizona, number 4 in the country, beat number 2 Houston over the weekend. And the Cowboys and the free agent to be, running back Javonte Williams, reached an agreement, a 3-year contract that includes $16 million in guarantees. That happened on Saturday. So I'm just kind of playing catch-up right now. He got a $24 million deal. Javonte Evans earned a 3-year contract with the Cowboys after a breakout season, and it was. Mike Evans is going to actually become a free agent. Now, he said this before a few years ago, and then he reached a deal with the Buccaneers. But the Bucs organization feels that the wide receiver deserves to hit the open market over getting franchise tag. This is really good if Tampa Bay is going to do this. I respect that. Just like the Seattle Seahawks, who's saying that they're not going to tag their Super Bowl MVP running back. And that's a good thing, too. Don't tag them. Let them test free agency. And it seems like that's what they're going to do with Kenneth Walker III and Mike Evans. If he's a free agent, everybody's going to want to still kick the tires on him. A one-year prove-it deal, 1-year, 2-year deal. It will be great for Mike Evans. He still's got a little gas in the tank. Last year was his first season not getting 1,000 receiving yards. That's only because he missed most of the season due to that collarbone injury or whatever that was that he had. Before that, 11 straight seasons. 11 straight seasons getting 1,000 yards. I would definitely kick the tires on Mike Evans if I was the general manager, especially if I was John Lynch, GM of the 49ers. I would love to have Mike Evans for 1 year. Big body wide receiver, red zone threat, definitely good hands and all of that. I would love it. Bout No Bag says, man, coming to San Francisco. Mike coming to San Francisco. I would love that. Yes, he agrees with me. Southboy 315 says, all smoke screen. Tampa knows Evans is washed. I don't think he's washed, though. You think that? I think he had a down year from injuries, but again, before this past season, 11 straight years, he had 1,000 receiving yards. Like, he's only been in the league for 12. His first 11 years, that's some Jerry Rice shit. I would try him out. If we can't keep Juwan Jennings, which I'm sure we can't, I'd take Mike Evans for 1 year. Okay, thank you, Matt. Eugene, Southboy, Bout No Bags, Junior, James Harris, Vertigo, Kelvin Reed. When are you coming back on again? Oh, man, hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. I come on at various times. I used to be here at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, weekdays. And then my schedule got a little crazy, so I just kind of come in and out at different times of the day. I really can't answer that question, man. But if you follow The Great Debate Show, and if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, smash that bell, you will catch me every time I do go live. And that's why I always say follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that smash button, smash that notification, that bell button, because you never know when your favorite unk might pop back up. And right now, I'm going to get out of here. My time is up. I pretty much gave you all the rundowns on what's going on in the NFL, players that are going to get tagged. When I come back, we'll be more NFL heavy. I just needed to get a lot of this WWE stuff off my chest because it was been a bad week, and the Vision can't win for losing. They're cursed. But I wanted to get that out the way. When we come back, we're going to talk about free agency. Who's going to get tagged? Who's going to be signed as a free agent? Why it's really dry, to be honest with you, in the free agency wide receiver department. So we'll look at the draft. We'll look at some mock drafts and all of that. Follow The Great Debate Show. That way you won't miss when I go live again. I'll probably be here again tomorrow night, more than likely. If not, I'll be back Thursday morning. Until then, y'all be safe. Have a terrific Tuesday. Peace and love. Ant is good, but I don't know if he's the best player in the world right now. I do love Ant, though. Good comment, Anthony.